What's going on, guys? We are back on track. It is Wednesday, 7:30 ish. But as always,
Always
yes,
ish.
ish. Well, it's always that stupid Instagram. I wish there was an easier way for us to integrate into Instagram real smoothly, but it never happens. It's like we have to start the stream at least 5 minutes prior to 7:30 in order for Instagram to catch up with us, and it's just a pain. It's a real pain. That's
Well, if your Instagram wasn't a stone tablet with a chisel, it'd be quicker.
I ain't that old, fool. Shoot. At least I'm not using Facebook. I know people
True.
are still. Yeah, come on. Let's.
But your MySpace is popping. I saw it the other day.
Oh, hell yeah, dude! Did you see the post that I put up on there?
I did.
I just learned how to change the background and get all the emoji things on there, whatever you call. I don't even know what they're called anymore.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know either.
Dude, what's going on, man? It's been a while since you've been on with me.
Yeah, I missed last week, right?
Yeah, I had a David on. I just didn't have you.
That's right.
But it was great. What?
Life happens, man. I got kids, dad duties, stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. And
errands happen, and they freaking take longer than I expect,
But you know what? It's all right, man. It was a good show. David Boer was he was awesome. I can't say enough about the guy. Super nice dude. I wish I could have seen him over at WonderCon, which I actually got out to WonderCon. I know you saw the pictures of that.
Whole day.
Dude, it was just dumb luck. It was $24.
Tell me how it felt getting ignored by Casper Van Dien because you didn't have Media Pass.
Dude, it hurt. It honestly, it hurt. I was like, I walked up and I had my phone out. I'm like, and then he just walked away, and I was all like, damn, never mind. I was like, shoot. So I went over to go see Eric Estrada instead, and I met Ponch.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't get to take pictures because he was like, well, they're $20. I was like, yeah, well, my dad had hair like you, so I walked away after that. I was just like, that was it. But you know what?
Come on the show? What the fuck?
Dude, $20. That's what it would cost me just to ask him to come on the show. So I was like, damn, all right. These guys, again, all because I didn't have a freaking Media Pass. It's amazing the power of that pass, what it can do for you.
Well, you said that even the freaking cosplayers were being crazy, right?
Oh, dude. Cosplayers they were acting stupid, man. It was like, all right, like I walked up to them and I wanted to take pictures with some of them, and not with them, but just of them. And they were like, yeah, you know what? Hold on. I'm actually over. I'm going to be working with him. And of course, it's somebody with a full-on camera, the rig and everything, with tripod sticking out of a backpack. And he's all like, all right, action. And I'm like, what movie are we shooting here? And but they were like, serious. Look, you guys, if you're out there, if you're a cosplayer, get over yourself. You don't know who you're turning down. Not that we're huge and we've got all these followers, but honestly, we're going to put you up on our Instagram. We might even invite you onto our show to talk about your cosplay if we look at your Instagram and see, you've got some really cool costumes and stuff. But for those of you guys out there that are really, you guys saw me and just kind of blew me off because all I had was my phone in my hand, shame on you guys. Shame on you. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
People listening to us right now got that message, bro. I just want you to know.
Well, Graven and Ash got the message. So, right, guys? All right. But actually, I did meet a fellow veteran selling some freaking amazing, and when I say amazing, I mean amazing backpacks. Dude, they're full on like modular backpacks, have MOLLE attached to them. These things can be broken down, and I wish I could have bought one right then and there, but the dude his name was Morris. And let me get the name. You know how I am with names. I got his name right, Morris. But oh my God, Equilibrium USG backpacks.
Dude, he's online. He's watching us.
He
on.
is. He's on Instagram right now. So I just wanted to shout him out because the dude was selling that backpack like a freaking infomercial, and all I wanted was to buy it at that moment. It was like he's like, oh, and wait, there's more. I'm like, oh my god, there's more. I gotta see what else. When he was done, I was all like, keep going.
He ShamWowed you.
He totally ShamWowed me, man. I was like, damn. But honestly, you guys go onto their Instagram. They're freaking amazing backpacks. You can break them down to just a small bag that actually could hold, a water, or what do you call it, Camelback. And but then it also combines like a freaking transformer, like a Constructicon, into a Megazord backpack. And dude, I can't say enough about them. Like, I'm just gonna go on a deployment so I can go and buy a backpack, because
don't do that.
Yeah. But it's super cool, dude. It was amazing booth that they had. I couldn't say enough about them because I just kept shouting them out all weekend long as the con was going on. So yeah, cool guys. Get a backpack. If I get a chance, I want them to come. Morris, I want you to come on our show to talk about your backpack, and also the fact that you're a fellow veteran, which, it's a bonus. So, but David, honestly, tell us, how can everybody find us so we can move on to our guests that are waiting for us?
Bro, the ticker's on the bottom. IG, TikTok, YouTube, the Geek Saga, Geek Saga 77 at YouTube. And then also the email is the Geek Saga 20@gmail.com.
Yes.
And you can find us at the website, thegeeksaga.com.
There you go. All the Geek Saga guys. And then really quick, we want to also give a shout out to our affiliates that we do have, which is Ulanzi. These awesome lights that you're seeing from the side, the lights that are in front of me, not the lights behind me, but most of the lights that we have are Ulanzi's. Also, a lot of the rigs that I have, the cages that go around our cell phones when we do go to events, all Ulanzi. Great products. If you've got any needs for camera, lighting, they're the place to go. Go to ulanzi.com. Go onto our website, or not just our website, but onto our Instagram, and you can click on the affiliate link. As always, you purchase from them. It helps us out. Next, we've got the Roosevelts. We keep shouting these guys out, and they keep turning me down. But they have some great shirts, and I do want to say they're awesome. I love their stuff. Mike, did you see the new post that was put up that Mike was in?
No, I didn't see it.
Dude, he's wearing, they call it, it's probably not a good way to get us a chance at a sponsorship, but it's a hoodie that goes all the way down to his freaking feet. It looks like old school, what do you call it? Sleeping robe thing or whatever.
Oh, nice.
No, but he was wearing it at the gym, and that's what they're advertising it for. And he put his phone, because it has a pocket, because it's like a hoodie, but it's all the way down at his ankles. So at one point he's getting it, and he's like pulling it up to grab his phone, and he's like, it looks like he's taking it out. It was freaking nuts. But
I like it.
But go to their website, check them out. They got some good stuff. Wild Build Old Fashioned Soda, guys. I love these guys. I was really hoping that they were going to be at LA Comic or WonderCon, but they weren't. I was kind of bummed. But check out their sodas. Go to their website. They've got some great flavors, man. I really do have to order another case of their root beers. Great flavors. Both me and David have our own cups. You take that cup back to the event, and it's $7 all day long, or you can buy a cup there at the event, and they usually have some sick cups. Go onto their Instagram, and it has a lineup of all the cons and events they're going to be going to in the next few weeks. So check them out. Wild Bill Sodas.
Cups, they keep the drinks cool.
Yeah. Oh, dude, and the cups keep those drinks real nice and cold when you put some ice in them. Mm-hmm. It lasts like all day.
Well, I didn't drink mine all day. It only took me like 30 minutes to get through the whole thing.
Well, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Okay. Next, we got Renegade Game Studios. This is another affiliate of ours. You can go on to our Instagram, check out the link in there. It's an affiliate code. Purchase from them. It helps us out, but they've got a lot of cool IPs like Transformers, G.I. Joe, My Little Liquid Death, My Little Pony, and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They do deck building games and RPGs. Great company. A lot of cool artwork when it comes to these.
I'm gonna need you to enunciate that E a little bit better.
Which one?
Deck building games. Deck. This isn't the Geek Saga After Hours.
I don't know, man. I think it's turning into that. Deck building games. There we go. All right. It's my freaking, it's my accent.
We're PG again.
That is it for our affiliates, guys. And we lost one of our guests, Ash. I don't know what happened to him. Where did he go?
He just rolled down.
Oh, did he roll down?
Yeah, because you put the next pile up, it pushed him down.
Oh, shoot. You're smart. Look at you. But guys, all right. Huh?
I said one of us has to be.
I know. I'm just the fun one. This is the fun V. But all right, guys, we are going to bring in both our guests. We've got two guys. Both I've been on there. I've been on at least one show for sure. And the other one I've been on, I shared a show with the other one. And so I know I'm sounding all confusing, but let's bring them in. We've got Graveyard and Ash. What's going on, guys? Wait,
hey.
Oh, I missed the sound effect. It sucks.
Yeah,
you have our own sound effects. That's
I got it. Yeah, look at this. I got this. Yeah. Woo!
Game over. Game over. Game over.
Enough.
I'm not. It's what's going on, guys.
Not too much. Not too much.
Cool.
Excited to be on.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited. Actually, you guys, aside from we've had Phil on a bajillion times, a lot, and every time we say his name multiple times, he comes on to our show. Like he'll pop into our chat and just blow it up.
I heard if you say it 2 more times, he just shows up.
No. We're not going to say it 2 more times.
Okay.
We're going to leave it at that. If we say it again, he'll just show up on the show itself. Take over.
He still has his guest link. He's going to jump in whenever he wants.
I mean, if we want to summon James, we just go, The Rock sucks. The Rock sucks. The Rock sucks. And he appears.
And you know what? He'll
James
probably
always
appear.
regulates our chat for us.
Yeah. James is good. James is like the dad of all these podcasts. He just kind of, when he's on it, he gets into that dad mode, and you're kind of like, I don't want to say something that might offend dad. Or he'll rein us back in, and he'll start asking like proper questions. And we're like, oh yeah, we're on a podcast. When we have a guest, we should talk to them. But all right, guys. So both you guys are on podcasts.
Yes,
Let's start with who's on my right.
They're both underneath us.
Yeah.
Oh, they're both underneath us. That's
You guys are on top or on the bottom?
no. Dude,
So Ash is underneath your face, and then Graves underneath me.
Yeah.
okay, let's start with underneath me. Who's on the Ash?
Yes, sir.
This is just going bad. All right, Ash. So what show are you on? Let's hear about it.
I am on Comics Podcast with an X. We do every Thursday at 9. I'm also, so we take turns being the host on that show because each of us bring like a different, like I have games, Mose has trivia, and Esteban has kind of like what ifs, like who, if they fought each other, who would win. So each of us bring like a different like vibe to it. And then Mondays I do movie trivia night / game night on a show called The Corner. That's on Monday at 9 o'clock as well. So yeah, but that one's more like contestant. And then the content portion is like what's your favorite scene or what's your favorite character or that kind of thing.
All right, that's cool. Yeah, I've noticed that. I saw that the last few weeks, the shows that you put up, and I was like, I should just jump on there. I should like put my
You should,
name in
man.
there.
Everybody's more than welcome. It's and I love it because you only do the shows you want to do. Like, cause I love I was gonna say I love Big Daddy, but I'm under you, so that sounds wrong. The movie
right.
Big Daddy, but then you don't want to go to like Jaws or you're gonna want to go to whatever. Like you just go to the shows you want, so it's always a different show.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Next time, I don't even care what it is. I'm just gonna jump in.
Next week is Exorcist Part 1.
Oh, all right. I'm out.
I'm in.
There
Yeah.
you go.
And the last week of April is Star Wars New Hope. And then the one in the middle, we don't know because every month we do a winner take all where you get to choose the movie for the next month. So you get 1 week. Yeah. So
Oh,
it's
shoot.
very audience and contest. Keep saying contest. Contestant oriented, just like it's your show more than my show. I just kind of keep it on the rails, which is what I don't do on these shows.
Yeah, that's. But I'm gonna say, probably count me in for that New Hope, because that's
Got it.
that, and also Back to the Future. Once you do Back to the Future, I'm
Back to the Future is on the list.
love that movie.
When
But
this thing
actually,
hits
I know-
88, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Well, I mean, look at that. I got most of like all my NECA figures right there, and then I just opened up my which this is going to be sad because it's going to just say how old I am. So I opened this. It's a Gigawatt. It's the 35th anniversary Transformer Gigawatt, and I pulled it out. Which why did I pull it out? Well, why not? Just whip it out. Sure.
There it is.
But the sad part about it is I was looking at it and I'm like, how do I turn it into a robot? So I had to pull out the instructions.
Just keeps less. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What makes you? What is the decision to keep the ones behind you in a box and the ones off to your side open? Like, what is your decision making process?
So I know the NECA figures are really not going to go up in price. I mean, they're great figures, but I'm not too worried about them. Plus, those boxes are really big. Like I was showing David earlier that I've got this, which is it's the Back to the Future Doc Brown cartoon. But look at how big the blister pack is.
Yeah.
All that packaging, I don't even know why. So it's like I want
for the logo and for the
yeah. Well, it's also got Einstein behind him, but even then, he doesn't take that much room.
Yeah.
But these ones actually, these pop figures are actually worth money.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's why I have not taken those things out, except for the Marty in the middle, which I should have never taken out. Marty. But the package got damaged, and that thing alone was, I think it was up to $250.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Insane.
So
Yeah.
And now it's
It's
worth
hurt.
nothing. It's out of the box.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Except it has your fingerprints all over it, so it'll be worth more now when you get as big as you possibly can and just sell out.
One of those-
Eugene's touched this figure. How much will you give us for it?
Well, I've got
The
something.
CIA is going to look for him because he touched it.
So many
I-
jokes in there.
Exactly. I was gonna go for a joke, but I'm looking down at Instagram. I'm like, is there people in there that we want to keep with us from here on out? So we might want to, yeah, that's the thought behind it. I know, like, even the stuff that's on this side, I've got some out and some packaged, but it all is, honestly, I'm getting to the point where, am I going to sell some of this stuff? Not really.
Yeah.
Maybe
there you
the pops, yeah, but all this other stuff I'm gonna just keep.
Mm-hmm.
But
Before I had a real job, I was dating with a woman that's like, well, what are you gonna leave us? And I was like, I have like 6 boxes of comic books up there if I die. Needless to say, we're no longer together.
Which is good because you get to keep those 6 boxes of comic books.
Yeah, I do.
But you had mentioned The Exorcist
Yes,
as
sir.
coming up, which that movie scared the crap out of me as a kid. Still does.
Yes.
I watched that movie again when we were out in Getmo, my first time in Getmo. It used to be the facility that was meant for the like crazy guys that would come in, like the real crazy ones, and it was actually haunted. I don't know.
Oh no.
David, did you ever do the external?
Nah, never. I've always worked the camps, so I never got to do that.
So I worked external, which means that we're protecting the base itself, and I was part of what's called the QRF team, Quick Reaction Force, and the facility that we had to stay in for 72 hours straight, we couldn't leave that facility, was haunted, and we were watching that movie, and one of the guys was in the back because needless to say, we really shouldn't have been taking showers because if they called us out, we had to be in our vehicles within 30 seconds. And we're talking about fully geared, all our weapons with us in the VIX, mounted, go.
Yeah.
But he was back there and he comes running out, just a towel. And here's the thing, it's a mixture of people. It's not just dudes, it's females also with us. And he's all like, hey, who was just looking inside? And we're like, looking inside what? Looking inside the shower, because the shower actually did have like a little hole and we had to kind of cover it with the curtain. And we're like, nobody was back there, but we had The Exorcist on. And he's all like, yo, somebody looked in. I saw an eyeball. And it was like, we're like, yeah, we're turning this movie off.
It was just monkeys, man. If he would have stayed longer, he would have seen a tallywhacker.
It would have probably scared him too. It was so small. But which is a good kind of sway or kind of like segue into Graveyard.
Yes.
Because Graveyard here is one of he's my B-rated movies or actually D-rated movies.
Let's
be
be
honest.
yes. Yeah,
But
yeah.
Talk about your podcast, man.
Yes. So I am co-host of the Mostly Pod Out at Night, Mostly Podcast. We have new episodes. We've been doing this for about a year and a half now or so. We are quickly approaching episode 100 of that so far. Yeah, we've watched, I think last year, we watched about 350 horror movies just for the podcast. Yeah, and that's on top of everything else. So what we do is we look at franchises, we look at new movies, old movies of horror movies, right? So we kind of rate them, we do quick little recaps, and we go to our high points, our low points, kind of dissect the movie. And we generally have themes for the most part with this stuff. So, you know, when the new Hellraiser came out in 2022, we go, okay, we're going to torture ourselves and watch all 11 Hellraisers and then the new one.
Jeez.
And you see how far the quality really, really drops with it. So, but I torture the crap out of Salem, my co-host, who no one ever sees his face, but he's right here behind me. And so we watch really bad movies too, though, right? So our slogan is we watch bad movies so you don't have to. And we will tell you, do not watch this movie. It is not worth your time. It's only like an hour and a half, but it seems like 10 hours. And it's really hard to not drink all the way through it. Just to get through it. But he gets me back by has me watch anime movies a lot and other stuff like that. So to help balance it out, we kind of pick our weeks. You know, like I said, it depends on when new movies come out. And when we think of new movies or ideas, that we have just 3 or 4 pages of ideas to get to at this point in time. We do have, in case of emergency, break glass, where we watch the Evil Bong series.
I've never even heard of that.
There's 13 of them, and there is a crossover with the Ginger Dead Man, which starred Gary Busey, the original one, and there's 10 of those. So they have a collab that goes between it, and they are some of the worst movies we've ever seen.
Actually, it's funny that you bring up a Ginger Dead Man. I just saw it pop up on my Tubi,
Mhm.
and I was like, should I watch this? I've got nothing better to do.
He's gonna watch it.
Yes.
I'm going to watch it.
And remember,
See,
the
that-
sequel
sorry.
is called Ginger Dead Man 2, The Passion of the Crust.
But Ash, what were you going to say?
Dude, as soon as it gets punny, you know it's gonna be bad. Santa
But-
Claus, like, come on, man, it's gonna be bad.
Uh-huh.
But it's worth it. Come
Yeah.
on. I mean,
Yeah.
well, for me, well, I know I can't speak for David because we work the same job. We're there for 12 hours out of it. 12 straight hours with sometimes absolutely nothing to do. So it's kind of like, all right, well, if I'm sitting here, I'm going to turn something on. And I go straight to Tubi. Yeah, not myself, but I turn on a screen.
Oh.
Yeah. But and I go directly to Tubi. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, Tubi, just
Mhm.
going through it, and that looks really bad. I'm gonna watch it.
Mhm.
Bro, I can't tell you how many times we've both been out at the guard shack, just like, hey man, I'm gonna put a bad movie on. All right, I'll be right there. And then I go sit out there, and we're both out there watching like Cyborg for the 13th time,
Yes.
or you know what I mean, like just random crap.
Mhm.
What was the movie we watched last time, and it was just bad, dude. I had to leave. Like it was horrible.
Oh my god.
I don't freaking know. This dude will watch anything from the 80s. I'll tell you that right
Oh.
now.
Yeah.
I still gotta watch Night of the Creeps. I haven't had a chance. I know
It's fantastic.
you told me about it, but you've seen it, Ash?
No, I was gonna ask Graveyard a question, but I was
Yes.
waiting to you.
No, go for it.
Is it a watch along, or is it from beginning to end you discuss the movie, or
Yeah. So for example, we are working on the last one we did was stop motion horror movies. Because so the movie Stop Motion just got released, which is talking about creating a stop motion movie. And we go, okay, what movies can we tie it along into that theme, right? So we did The Wolf House, which is from Chile, and it's only in Spanish and German. So we watched that, and then we also did what was the other one we did? I can't think of it.
yeah? But you guys
Mad
talked
God.
about it.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
talk about it together, or is it like you're watching it and then discussing it, or like
We watch it individually, and then we
Okay.
write our highs and lows, and we discuss each movie. Like so, we do a quick 10-ish minute recap, and just to
Okay.
discuss it, the overall plot. So, if case people don't want to watch it, they can just listen to our take on it.
Yeah.
So, it's fun. It really is. Like so, we watch some really bad movies, to the point where like when we did our first Christmas special, we did Jack Frost 1 and 2.
as you do?
No.
So not the Michael Keaton Jack Frost, the other
Right.
Jack Frost.
The one
And-
with on the
Yeah.
But
Yeah. And I love that movie. I've loved that movie since it came out. And so we're posting it, we're tagging what we're doing, and the creator of Jack Frost tagged us back, and he's like,
nice.
"Hey, I really appreciate you guys, bringing my movie to notice and still talking about it." I'm like, "That's really cool." You probably should not go listen to the episode. I gave it great reviews.
Yeah.
Salem hates cheesy horror movies, so he just bombed the crap out of it. So I'll tell you this: our worst rated movie of all time. You ready for it?
What is it?
Exorcist Believer.
Oh my god, I didn't even. You know what? So because I knew it was gonna be a stupid movie, and
Mhm.
like, we sat down and we got through, I think it was 20 minutes of that movie, and turned it off and was like, this movie. It was just absolute garbage. Like it was so bad that I didn't even want to watch it.
Mhm.
I was like, nope, not gonna go back to.
You
this.
know what I can't stand is that they have a box office hit, and every are we allowed to cuss?
Yeah.
Every fucking
web
time
show.
they try to do they try to do the same amount with less money, and then like we don't need that big ass actor, we don't need this and that, and like a great soundtrack and and then it gets less and less, and then they wonder why. How come we didn't make more money? Like because you're an idiot.
Right.
Okay, so you said worst movie, The Crow 4. One of them's the devil, and the other one's the crow, and they're flying at each other in the desert. Yeah,
Love it.
Yeah,
You've seen it.
Love
not
it.
good. It is not good. The way they went out and they killed him, that was fucking cool. But everything else was like, this is not good. This is so not good. This is like Buffy. Well, David Boreanaz is in it, but it's like it's a Buffy style acting. You know what I mean? Like everybody's like, there's no stakes, there's no anything.
It's like Buffy, the TV show, but not the movie. Or, yeah.
Or actually the fucking movie too. Like
Movie too.
That's who was supposed to be on tonight, the props guy from the movie.
Shut up.
Okay.
From Buffy?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So that kind of goes into the other show that I do. We do Conversations in the Void, which is our live show that we interview people in the horror world that have done horror things. A lot of independent writers, actors, directors, comic book makers that do indie horror comics as well. And we've had some pretty bigger name people for us, at least. We had Terry Bolo, who was in the original Carrie, and she was also in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. And someone that I need to get you guys a hold of is Jeffrey Wiseman. Do you know who that is?
No.
I've heard that name before.
He replaced Crispin Glover as the dad in Back to the Future 2 and 3.
Oh my God, he's the one with the bad makeup job.
Yeah.
The faraway shot.
Yeah. So we did briefly talk about that on the show when he was on, just because we had to.
Yeah.
And that's our live show. It's every Wednesday when guests show up that they didn't show up 2 weeks in a row now. But no, that's what we're doing, and it's a lot of fun. We've been doing it for about 7 months now, and it's just a blast. It really is.
That's cool. Well, I'll tell you what my worst movie is.
Yeah.
And this is a movie that, I'll watch anything. I'll watch anything over and over again.
If you say Green Mile, we riot.
What was that?
I said, if you say Green Mile, we riot. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. That's a really good movie, but no, it is. Oh my gosh, what was that movie? It was called.
It's so bad he can't remember it.
It was. It's the one where they're left in the water and they're just sitting there.
Open water, or is it open?
Is it open water or
it's
open water? Right?
Open water is about the couple that gets left there and gets eaten by sharks.
Yes. Worst movie ever. Like people were walking out of the movie theater, literally getting up and walking out of that movie theater because it was like this is what I paid money. I went with my ex-wife, which this is probably why we got divorced, but it's one of the reasons. But she's like, my friend recommended it. She said it was really good. I was like, your friend's an idiot, but fine, we'll go. We went to go see it, and I sat there, and it was just like, this is it. This is what I paid money for, because it's just all of a sudden it's like flashing lights, and it's like, is that when the sharks are attacking? But it's like flashing, and it's like, where do these flashing lights come from? And it's just like, this is it. This is all we're doing. I'm like, I paid money for this, and people are getting up and literally walking out, and I'm like, can we go? She's like, well, it's supposed to get better. I was like, how is it going to get better? People are walking out. And needless to say, we watched the whole movie, and it was just like, got up, and I literally said, this is the worst movie ever. And I was the first one out of that theater. I was like, this is horrible.
I mean, I just did pay $20 a ticket to go see Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2 last week.
I was just about to ask you about that series.
That's
too.
Right,
I was literally looking it up right now.
Oh yeah. The first one, theater was packed. Theater was packed. This one, the premiere night, it was me, Salem, and 2 other people.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Good movie, huh?
Oh yeah. I'm used to that too with the stuff I see, like Rob Zombie's original House of 1,000 Corpses. People left. I'm the only person that stayed for that movie. Yeah,
I stayed for that one.
So,
did you see Graveyard? Did you see the Munsters?
Yes.
What You sound really impressed.
Is awful. I love the Munsters. I love the cheesiness. I love the corniness of the original Munsters. And I love the reboots they did in the 80s and 90s with the movies. Munster Goes Home, stuff like that. I know this is Rob Zombie's big passion project, and he got screwed by the studio by not being allowed to make it black and white, which would have been a lot better.
That was the best part of the when they did the intro, when they redid the intro, that was the most
Mm-hmm.
like not touchstone. I don't know if some use I want to use, but it was the most Munsters part of it.
Yeah,
and I was like, what was sorry.
Oh, no worries. And you know, if you're ever on Tubi, you can probably see me in some movies on there too.
What?
If you knew about that. Know about that?
No.
So when Distance 30 had on Dylan Brown and Josh Bruckner from Horror Dads Productions last year, I think about July, after they met them at a con, and the Scream Bathroom Girls, right? At the con, they came onto the show and they're like, "Hey, I'm shooting a movie in October. Do you want to come down to Central Illinois and shoot it with me?" Sure, guy I met on the internet. I'll go down to your house and stay there for a weekend. I lived. Clearly, maybe. But it was. I remember it being 2 a.m. in a rainstorm in a pot farm with coyotes and cannons being fired on property. That one. Yes.
Maybe you want to change it from graveyard to cold case. with what you're fucking doing.
Yeah.
I would
So I told my wife, I'm like, Salem has the address, avenge me.
Have night.
Yeah, she's like, where are you going? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just going somewhere. Obviously, I'd live, but I've been in a couple other things, and I've been having small parts as a podcaster in other horror movies. I got officially cast in the movie too that we're making next month. So
Nice.
yeah, and we started a production company too, Horror-Raven, RAVIN, and we are working on shorts and films and stuff like that too. So a lot of that stuff goes to Tubi.
Very cool, man.
Sweet. Well, now I've got a lot of new stuff coming up that I can go and watch.
Yes, if you want to see a fantastic movie, the guest I had on Monday night, that was supposed to be the entire casting crew and 2 people showed up. Camp Blood 666 Part 2, The Exorcism of the Clown.
That's all gonna fit on the box.
Yeah.
I need a shirt. I definitely need a shirt. But it's the time's got to go all the way. Oh,
I mean, and like I said, I appreciate the low budget found footage indie horror movies now after making them. I really do appreciate it a lot more. But I'm sure you've seen Camp Blood before. It's like the clown mask that looks like Friday the 13th, but with a clown. It's been going on for 23 years. Movies
what?
have. There's been, I think, 9 main installments and then 2 or 3 spin-off installments.
Oh my god. Okay, you said Camp Blood?
Yeah. Yeah, there's like 9 of them that are main series. I got to talk to some of the guys. They're awesome. I mean, I love talking to people and learning behind the scenes stuff.
Holy crap. Camp Blood 666, Children of Camp Blood, Camp Blood 4, Camp Blood 5, 2, Camp Blood 9, Bride of Blood.
Mm-hmm.
Camp
Blood the
8,
musical, 2006.
Yeah.
Grave, you got to get all 3 of us on these movies. I was I'd go out there. I'd do it.
Oh yeah, like I said, it's great, and with doing the interview show, I get to be introduced to a lot of great people in the independent world. You know, one of the guys that we talked to is friends with Lloyd Kaufman from Trauma. So, yeah, we might be able to get him on there. People I'm talking to right now that are coming on the show in a month or 2 are good friends with Mike Flanagan.
Damn.
Yeah.
Here we are thinking that we're cool because we kind of
I
snatched
set my
up.
Blockbuster card.
Oh no, yeah, like it's great, and that's what I love doing stuff like this, especially obviously I'm part of Distance 30, I'm part of Kyber K Productions as well, and it's just great fun to just be able to talk to people like you and just nerd out on anything and everything.
Yeah, but you're you're next level already. It's like, damn. I thought we were cool because we had Brian Volkweiss and we kind of stole him away from distance. Phil still hates me about
Oh no,
that.
that was absolutely awesome. But I mean, you are in the presence of an award-winning tattoo at the Days of the Dead con.
What? Let's see.
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't. If you see the Freddy right there,
Yeah.
so the Days of the Dead con has a tattoo contest for horror movie tattoos, and you enter it in different stuff, and you can win prizes. So I won second place in that category of large black and white. So now I have my shirt with this nerd hat and my tattoo on Days of the Dead con tattoo contest.
Jeez. We're like in the presence of royalty here. I don't know what we're
You guys
doing.
have affiliates and stuff like that. No one wants to sponsor or affiliate with me.
Once it happens, it happens. So
Yeah. But you got a little bit more of an edge there. I mean, but man, that's crazy, man.
and also too, there's a loyalty like when people like love the that genre.
Mhm.
There's like you said, you're able to bring on different people, and also like let me give you like a Killer Clowns from Mars. Like I know that's a popular B movie, but
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like the people that love that movie
Yes.
and that genre. You know what I mean? Especially
Yeah.
when it's-
Yeah, and being really though in the nerd side of things too. I love sci-fi and nerd stuff too as well, and the horror side. Unfortunately, we think that there's a lot of gatekeeping in the nerddoms that exists. Right, there is more so in horror because either you are a diehard fan of one particular thing, and if someone doesn't like it, you like look down on them, and that's a problem in this niche that does exist.
Is it like metal? Like if you like this metal, you're not that hardcore, but if you like it's like that, right? Like when you're not. Oh, yeah,
and that's why we watch everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have series, the franchises, and very unpopular opinions about a lot of big movies.
Yeah,
that most
So do
people
I.
do not agree with me. Like for me, The Conjuring, Insidious, Exorcist, horrible franchises. Billion-dollar franchises, horrible though.
Well, I mean, I like when it comes to like Conjuring, I
Mhm.
like the first one.
Mhm.
It wasn't too bad, but then as they started going on, it's just like, okay, I'm over it.
Right.
Let's move on. First one was good, but we get it now. It's the same thing over again.
Yeah.
So, did Phil just join us in?
Well, that's
in
twice.
ISBN?
The worst movie I've ever seen
Yeah.
is Insidious. Not gonna lie, especially the second one. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Ow!
It's you know what? Honestly, some of those are pretty bad, and but like I said, to this day, freaking the first Exorcist does scare the crap out of me. I'm not gonna lie, it does.
and that's okay. And
Yeah.
that's okay that it scares you.
It is okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't
That's
scare me, but it's definitely not a movie that I go back and watch over and over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
My
I know
favorite
you
quote-
put up.
Mom hates it is Demi, why would you do this to me, Demi? And she fucking hates that shit because I say it around the house when it's dark.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
fuck.
man, fool, I know you put up that freaking the Virgin Mary blanket on there because everything
Hell
keeps
yeah,
coming
dude.
into your area and scares
They're
you.
it's creepy, bro. When you have a sixth sense and you're in a haunted building, it sucks, dude.
So, guys, the place that we stay in, this barracks,
Mhm.
it is haunted. He used to have, because we cover up our areas and we call them jerk shacks, but it's our little just private area with our bunk.
Thanks. You know what I mean?
But he used to have a blanket that covered one end, and it was a Grogu blanket. And then he tells me, "Hey, man, so the other night, like something walked into my area, and I thought it was Guzman because he always messes with me. And then it like sat down on my bed, and then that's when I knew it wasn't Guzman."
Nah, you're killing me, bro.
All right, go
Tell
ahead.
the story correctly. I have one dude that works with me, and every morning I'm usually in the barracks when he gets off shift. He comes in, peeks his little head in, and he thinks it's hilarious to like "What's up, Sergeant P? How you doing?" And I'm, "Bro, get the fuck out of here. I'm not even awake yet. Like, go away." So it's like 3 a.m. and I hear footsteps, and then I hear my curtain open because it's like a shower curtain. So it's plastic, and you just hear, right? So I hear it, and I look over, and it's nothing. And then I hear it again, and I think I yelled out, like, "Guzman, go the fuck away. It's too early for this shit." And I turned over, lay on my back, and I passed the fuck out again. And then I hear footsteps close to my bed, and then it was like someone grabbed me by the rib cage, just, and then I woke up like, "Yo, what the fuck was that?" And then I was up from 3:30 in the morning till I went to work, and then got off my 12-hour shift. So, yeah,
And then
man.
you picked up the Virgin Mary blanket instead of.
And I had to replace Grogu with freaking the Virgin Mary blanket, bro.
Did you hear a voice say, "It's me, Casper"?
No, but it definitely sounded like Diddy was whispering to me.
Tee.
I more meant that for kids, but yes.
I mean, that's going to be interesting because it's something that kind of under wraps thing we're working on is called States Unknown. We're going to do a TV show pilot in the summer, and we're going to go investigate paranormal things.
Dude, you guys should come over here.
I know. The idea is to go to the state and do 5 episodes per state.
Well, our base, so the base that we work on has been there since the early 40s. It was actually opened up for them to train for World War II. Prior to that, there is a mission that is just south of us, not that far.
Mm-hmm.
And that whole area used to be, settled with, and this is crazy, but actual Indian burial grounds have been found there. So there's Indians that have been in that area also. And obviously there's they had a morgue that was on our post at one time. And that building where they had that morgue, they turned into a billeting place where guys go and pay to sleep in there. And they say that recently, one of the guys that's now staying in there, he said that he heard a metal cart, like they use in a hospital, rolling through the hallway, and he gets to hear the glass clinking on it, and there's nobody out there, he said.
This is the 3rd building I've been in where something has touched me, grabbed me, moved me, like in some type of way. And it wasn't Eugene.
So you're saying it's following you?
Maybe. It could be. But we have Jessica on Instagram. She works here as well. And she said she had her first experience in building 201.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yep. That one's crazy, man.
Well, you can tell them to come to my house. They can touch me all they want.
It's like that Instagram meme where it's like, don't hang anything off the bed. The ghosts are going to eat it. So the girl puts her butt off the bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Too much, guys.
Too much. Yeah, too much. Whoa, too much. But you know what? Since we're talking about bad movies, good movies, we're just talking about movies in general. You guys, is it okay if we move into one of our segments that we like to do?
Yes.
And it's called This Week in Geek. And here we go. Or This Week in Geek History. And here it is. It's going to get loud, guys. All right, so this week in Geek History, we have Chasing Amy that premiered, which absolutely love this movie.
Yes.
What about you guys?
Yes, absolutely.
I never watched it.
There's always one. There's always one.
In fact,
I was gonna tell you pre-show, but I wanted the reaction to be legit, so just letting you know I've never seen it.
So you're a tracer.
I'm not a tracer. I put the color into you're a tracer. Ash, you've seen this, right?
Black Rage. What?
Yes, That dude cracked me up the first time I had seen this movie, and then all of a sudden he gets off stage and he is just on fire. It's just like this dude is hilarious. This movie was awesome. I loved. Obviously, if you guys have not seen this, this is in the line of Kevin Smith movies.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to this was Clerks. Then you got it was Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy,
Dogma,
and then
Dogma next. Yep.
Dogma, and then Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and then it's would it be Clerks 2?
I was on the set, or I was at the rap party for Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah. My friend, rest in peace, was the set designer assistant, Eric. I just remember that because it was an open bar, so I threw up all over his BMW, but on the outside. On the outside.
Oh, that's good.
So,
at least it was on the outside.
Met Alanis Morissette. I met Ryan Reynolds. I want to say this, but I don't know if it's going to be a thing. You may edit this out. I got to see Ali Larder and Alicia Dushku make out.
Well, seeing how
We're live, so
we're live, so it's okay. We're not gonna.
Never mind.
Cut
I
it.
got to
We're good.
see my great grandma and someone else make out.
it's good. It's good.
Dave.
You guys
But
heard
anyway.
it here. That's comics with.
My name is Graveyard.
Oh man!
One
Well,
of my
you guys,
favorite movies. It's one of those movies I have to see. You know, it just deals with a lot too.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Sexuality, fucking friend zone, fucking. We've all been friends with a girl that's like kind of out of our league, but like, you know what I mean? Like it's just, and it's our own mind that fucks us over.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So
it's a great movie. It has so many like things to it. Like you said, I think this is one of Kevin Smith's best.
Mhm.
Out of all his movies that he's done. Obviously, his worst was Jersey Girl, but no, it was Cop Out.
it
Actually.
doesn't go for the joke, much like Clerks 2. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
like, hey, he's gonna fuck a donkey. Like it's a real fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah. My favorite part is the sharing of their battle scars, like in Jaws, where he's like, "See this? I can't turn my head like
Oh yeah.
that."
You know what's sad is I didn't get that until I resaw Jaws, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's that scene."
Uh-huh.
Especially when he puts the leg on top of the table, or she puts
Yeah.
the leg on top of the
Yep.
Oh, I never got it.
Oh my gosh!
Sorry.
Actually, I just watched this about 2 weeks ago,
Nice.
and you know, it's a great movie. And this was, as always, Kevin Smith wrote, directed, and starred in the film because he came in as his little cameo as Silent Bob, as always with his. And it's almost like he kind of steals the movie when he gives his little cameos because he gives himself like the perfect monologue to
Mhm.
go into, and it's always a good one. And in this movie, he did the same thing, and it was shot over in his hometown of New Jersey. So
Oh yeah, and he actually named the title in his monologue. It's like Chasing Amy.
yep, it's a great movie. You guys got to go out there and see it. All right, moving on to the next one. Number 2, Lost in Space, but we're talking about the 1998 Matthew LeBlanc, Heather
Number
Grant.
2 is right.
What?
Number 2 is right.
What? No.
That
No.
movie sucked. Well, it had
No.
Gary Oldman in it.
Oh,
Oh, them are fighting words. Oh.
Man.
I
Okay.
love this movie.
Okay.
Heather Graham?
Heather Graham.
William Hurt.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Gary
he's in it
Oldman.
too. Yeah, he's in it.
I can't give the same nod to William Hurt, but Heather Graham.
And then Lacey, what's her name back there?
Oh, Cuthbert.
yeah,
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
The original voice of Meg.
yeah. Yeah, she was. And then what's the name of the little? Oh, what's his face right there behind William Hurt? Oh my God,
the son.
no, the guy that played the doctor.
Oh, Gary Oldman.
Yes. How can I blank out on Gary Oldman's name?
It happens, man. It's called old age.
It is Gary
Oh.
Oldman.
Ooh.
Gary Oldman. But I thought it was great. I like this movie.
No,
Yeah, I liked it. It was all right.
And then there's Ash.
hey, I liked Armageddon. I'm not one to speak.
Mm.
I liked Armageddon.
I'm more of a Deep Impact guy myself.
I bet you are.
I noticed.
No, my wife absolutely loves this movie. She will put it on when she just wants to watch something, just to
Okay.
laugh at it. She loves Lost in Space.
To laugh at it.
I always repeat Matthew LeBlanc's line where, and the monkey pushes the button, and then and then they take off.
He's the only reason I watched this movie.
Heather
Like, I
Graham
didn't
was
care about the rest of the people. I was like, oh, Joey's in it? I'll check it out.
well. Up to this point, this is like the second, like it's the reboot of the show. The original show was obviously in the 1950s, where we've got Robbie the Robot, which was this big old giant robot. If you guys, he was just like, danger, Will Robinson, danger. This is about all he could do. But that robot was also in the movie Forbidden Planet. That was actually where you got to see him for the first time.
Well, I mean, he was warning him about the doctor coming and getting close to him. You know, the old guy getting close to the little boy. Yeah, the robot was spot on.
That robot knew. He
Yes.
knew. And he was like trying to tell Will, where did he touch you? Where it wasn't the danger. It was more he wanted to say, where did he touch you? Where did he touch you?
Yeah.
So, but I really like this movie. It was actually really good. And it actually then they rebooted it again for Netflix as a show, which it was a good Ash, it was a good show. I liked the show.
I haven't seen the show. I'm not gonna judge it, and I'm not gonna try to be. I'll take that back because I hate people when like, oh, I'm not gonna see it because I saw the movie, and then they're judging the other thing. So, but I did see Crow Stairway to Heaven. So I'm just not gonna judge this because I haven't seen this.
I didn't even touch that movie.
But Parker Posey plays the doctor in the reboot on Netflix.
Yeah,
I'm in.
No,
That's all you needed to say.
I'm
did
in.
a great job.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Wait, Ash, did you see Josie and the Pussycats?
Not on purpose.
5 times. That's it.
Not on purpose. Not on purpose and 7 minutes at a time. I'm just kidding. My friend was really into She's All That.
Mhm.
Rachel Lee
I don't
Cook?
know her name.
Yeah.
She's All That.
Yep.
And so if I got to see this movie, we had to see that movie. But it was like to torture me because he loved that movie because of her. So it was like well, you made me watch blah 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 fucking Basketball Diaries. And then all right, well, that's not a bad movie, but okay, let's watch this. So yeah. Also, I'm in She's All That.
Shut up.
I am. My fat ass is in there during the beach scene. Reliving
Really?
all my anxiety of high school.
I am now gonna have to go back and watch that movie just so I can
It's
pause
during
it.
the beach scene with I'm Brock Hudson. I'm that.
Nice.
You'll see my
Sweet.
stomach before you see me. I'll put it that way.
Oh my god. Well, now I'm gonna have to go back just so I can see your stomach and be like, I know that
I
stomach.
know that stomach.
That stomach's been on this show.
Well, actually, we didn't get the stomach, we got the rest of him, but I mean we know the stomach too.
That stomach was underneath me.
Not right now. You're underneath me, David.
Moving on.
Oh no.
I'm the bottom of the totem pole. I don't know how to take that.
Well, that's a good thing because you're not getting anything from behind there.
You know?
There you go.
All right, moving on to
As
the next.
Kung Pao once said, that's a lot of nuts.
Oh my god, we're gonna get canceled, but that's all right. Remember, next we got Married with
Yes.
Children, premiered in 1987. Dude, this made me feel old,
hmm
really old. $1 million worth of weaponry, and I trade. Yep, one lousy can raid. That was a great line.
Yeah.
But this show premiered in 1997. I
Speaking
could
of
not,
canceled,
huh?
speaking of canceled, could not play today. But
Oh
was
no,
Oh
brilliant.
no.
no way.
Did you miss
Not-
me with every bullet?
No, ma'am.
No Man was great. Yeah,
Yeah,
everything.
everything about it. There was no way that this show would be aired today, which it sucks.
Every scene in the shoe store when he's like telling girls like get your fatness out of here, like all the craziness, or I don't have a shoe that'll fit that foot. Like, dude, you could not play this today.
Yeah.
These are made for a foot, not a hoop. Yeah,
And
bad.
what's crazy is that freaking Bud Bundy just turned 50 this year.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, to make us feel even older. But I couldn't watch this show when I was a kid. Like,
Not allowed to either.
nope,
Yep,
wasn't
Same
allowed.
here.
What?
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I didn't care for the show as a kid. It wasn't until I got older and started watching it again that I actually liked it.
Yeah. Well, I didn't start watching it till later on when they were doing the reruns and stuff, and it was usually late at night when nobody was awake. And I was like, I'll watch Married with Children.
Was it
And I
two
love the
adults?
show. Huh?
Was it two adults or what's the thought there? Yeah.
According to my parent or my mom, lived in a Christian home, which look, I'm not gonna knock anybody that is,
I hear you.
but that's why I couldn't.
hmm
And
Okay.
I'm like,
I mean, they talked about a lot of heavy stuff. There was a lot of like things that kids weren't ready for at the time, or things that kids shouldn't be talking about over a TV show. Like your parents should have had that conversation with you.
Yeah.
So I could see why that would be a thing. I grew up in a house where my dad made us watch everything that he had on TV, so I didn't have that problem.
and that's where I watched the show, which was I went to my dad's house where I could watch wherever I want.
Yeah.
And I started watching the show later on down the line. And yeah. But
I
Yeah.
had to watch a show called The Hunter. Yeah.
Don't know that.
And not that I hated A-Team, it wasn't like my thing. I was more of a Dukes of Hazzard kind of kid, but it was like, yeah, The Hunter was not great. But it was yeah. It wasn't
was.
great because it was like a John Wayne type of thing, but it was like a detective and he goes out and he goes to stop crime or whatever. But it was like, how do you say it? You know, in the old days, it was like, I want to be that guy. If I was out there, I'd be that guy. You know, kind of how people handle fucking Vin Diesel now over there. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, yeah, you wouldn't be that guy, man.
I'm trying to look it up.
Kind of like, the people want to be Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah.
Until recently, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Are you
yeah.
or do you mean just Hunter?
It's Hunter. Sorry. Well, he
Oh
called
my
it
god,
the
I
Hunter.
love that show.
Yeah.
Of course you
Wait.
did.
So you were confused because it was the and then
Yeah.
Hunter? Got
Yeah.
it.
So
Yeah, we
Hunter,
are-
yeah, it was with Fred Dreyer, who was an ex-football player, and he had
That's probably why my grandfather liked him.
yeah, he
Mm.
played he actually played for, I think it was the Rams a long time ago.
Hmm.
So, and he had his
Just the Rams. Just the Rams.
oh, okay, but he had
Not
his
him.
partner Dee Dee McCall, and they were detectives that were part of
Holy shit.
the LAPD.
So you go that deep. Nope, shouldn't say that to a guy. You go that
Well,
you go
never mind.
you know exactly what I'm talking about, but the word that threw you off was the.
Yes, yes. It did.
It threw him off because he was going on IMDb, and
Yeah.
the brings up many other titles.
Hold on, let
Yeah.
me confuse Eugene here. I'll just disappear here. You know, there you go.
Oh my God, where did Grave go? Who is Grave? Did you say that last time?
Yeah,
No.
I was not allowed to watch this show. I said as a kid either, but
Oh,
it is based in Chicago, where I'm a suburb of Chicago too. So it is funny because you see that house, and he made $1.20 an hour, and he had that house.
Yeah, they always talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah. And you just go, yeah, they don't have food, but how do they have that house? Because they each had their own bedroom too.
Yeah.
And like I said, being in the suburb of Chicago, that's expensive.
Basement, garage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Somehow he was able to do it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it honestly was a really great show. It
Yeah.
really was good. It was funny. Yeah, we get it. A lot of this probably won't fly nowadays. And again, it kind of sucks that it won't. You can't say half the stuff they said in this show.
It's
It's
also
like
family
getting
though, where
on.
they shit on each other, but as soon as somebody
Oh, they
attacks,
unify. Yeah.
like- yeah, it's immediate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
loved it.
And with with the daughter as being as promiscuous as she was, it's like if Al didn't like a guy, he'd kick the crap out of him.
Speaking of Joey was one of them. I think he was the one that cracked the "Go with him" record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matthew LeBlanc was in it, and then there was also, where was it? Shy McBride was also another one that guest starred on it.
Yeah.
That was
Timothy Detective Laster from Psych was the bartender
Okay,
on it.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Nikki Cox appeared on this a couple of times.
Steven Dorff,
Yep.
and that's
Yeah,
when they
quite a
were.
few.
That's when they were in a rap group, Bud Bundy and him.
Mm-hmm.
And realistically, a lot of Chicago athletes were in it too.
Yeah,
I think the Fridge was on it at least once.
Yeah, I remember that.
there was one. There was one football player that was a cameraman. He's like, "Aren't you?" And he goes, "No," and it was a football player. I
Yeah.
can't remember who that fucker. It might have been Fridge, but yeah, man, it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was-
And then also like fucking women in like lingerie, like at 8:00 on a fucking Thursday or whatever day it came out. Like, yeah, man, just because it was his dream, or
Yep.
he always talks about cheating, but he has like 18 chances to cheat and he doesn't do it. Like, yeah, man, it's a good movie. It's a good show. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, they hate each other, but they're a family. They are a pact. And we also got obviously a case ago to do Leela on Futurama, and I thought it was a fantastic episode of Futurama where she was dating Alcazar, the alien, and she wore the outfit.
I remember that episode.
And the alien was voiced by Ed, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
was.
he came back and did the voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
it is hard to pretend that fucking Peggy isn't hot though, because she's fucking hot.
she was.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, she was.
Not as Gemma, but as Peggy.
But it's the funniest thing because Al is always freaking like putting her down. He's always like, "Get out of here! You look like a foot, whatever." Just
Yeah. And we're all like,
It's like, what are you
Kelly makes
talking
sense
about?
because she's hot.
Oh geez, Peg, I just sat down.
yeah.
And then we have to pretend like, oh, she wants sex and he doesn't. Like, oh, come on, man.
Right.
I would throw down my briefcase. Let's go.
All right, moving on to our last one for
Yeah.
tonight.
Mhm.
Grindhouse, which
Yes.
premiered in 2007. This was like, I was excited about this when it
Mhm.
came out.
Yeah.
I love this movie. Both these movies were amazing. So, what do you guys say?
I didn't care for either one of them.
I feel like I've been talking a lot, so I'm really trying to.
I mean, I could talk for an hour on this. In fact, I have talked to about an hour on these movies because we recently did these as a revisit, and I saw both of these in theater. I did the double feature Grindhouse, and
So
you
did I.
realize that the movies that you saw in theaters were cut down a lot. That the DVDs,
Really?
when they are separate DVDs, when you bought them separately, you had everything put into there. So it was like additional 30 minutes per movie that were cut just to make it not such a long thing. I absolutely love it, and we only have
Maybe if they did intermission though, maybe that could have been
maybe
because you judging it by the stuff that they're as is. Yeah.
And there's only 2 trailers left that have not been made in the movies. Don't and Werewolf Women of the SS by Rob Zombie. We've had Machete. We've had Thanksgiving. We've had Hobo with a Shotgun.
Yep. They created all 3 of those movies, which, I mean, it took Eli Roth a while before we got Thanksgiving, but
16 years, yeah.
yeah. But
It was
we
worth
finally
it.
got it.
It's
And
worth it.
Machete wasn't Machete like just a couple years after Grindhouse came out, he finally got that movie.
Yeah, because we've had at least 2 of them.
Yeah.
Machete and Machete Returns.
Yep.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah.
The daughter is. The
Lindsay
daughter
Lohan.
is it Lindsay Lohan? Is Lindsay Lohan?
Yeah, she's in the movie.
No, but there was daughter of Machete.
Oh, there was?
Was there? Are you sure?
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
So there's Machete Kills, and Machete Kills in Space.
Yes.
I've
But
not
there's
seen
one
that
with his daughter. There's one with his daughter because I feel like it's not J-Lo. It's fucking somebody.
Was it when he was in Spy Kids? Because he was Machete in Spy Kids.
Yep. He was Machete. Machete. That was his call sign.
Yeah.
It's not Spy Kids. I've never seen any of the Spy Kids, but okay.
Really?
Jessica
I feel like
Alba?
you think you're the oldest one, but I think I'm the oldest one here.
Was it Jessica Alba? You know who Jessica Alba is?
Yeah.
You can't forget
Hell
Jessica
yeah,
Alba.
I know who Jessica Alba is.
I don't know who his daughter was.
I feel like there is a daughter of Machete, or maybe it's not his daughter. No, it's got to be. Okay, I'll look it up. You guys move on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, David just mentioned that it's Machete Kills, and Machete in Space. When did Machete in Space come out? How did I
No,
miss that?
Machete Kills in Space is in
Oh.
pre-production right now.
Oh my god!
Oh,
I actually went to
Sweet.
his restaurant over here in LA.
Did
And
you?
the food, yeah, the food is actually really good. I've been wanting to go to his donut shop that he has also, but I haven't had a chance.
Well,
to.
he has a hot sauce, right?
I don't know if he has a hot sauce. I know he has a donut shop. He has a taco shop. In his taco shop, he has his own beer.
Mm-hmm.
We got when we went, we acted like full on tourists when we went to his restaurant. Got some of his beer so we could have that to show off. We got the freaking little tumblers that were, hot and cold,
Mm-hmm.
that had his face on it. And what else did we get? And we got obviously the food. I feel like we got something else. Bless you. But yeah, we went to his restaurant,
Nice.
and it wasn't too bad. It was actually really good food. It was pricey, but I think it was because we bought everything.
So the question is, which one of these 2 do you like better?
Planet Terror.
really?
Yeah.
Okay. After the head exploded, I was kind of like, okay, I tap.
That was it.
I know, but okay. So here's where I lose my man card. The slow motion of the car crash. I'm out. I can't do it. Death Proof
Yeah.
and all the
What they did,
yeah,
what they did like 4 different cuts of each person getting killed.
yeah, I can't do it.
That was
Again,
a rough one.
It was yeah. It's I could see it now because I saw it once, and I think I'm good. But I know I do like how fucking Kurt Russell's a dick in it. But
Yes.
other than that, I'm like, and also, Scott Pilgrim, Elizabeth Winstead.
Mhm.
Thank you for that.
Well, I
God,
mean, yeah,
I'm
Rosario
sorry.
Dawson, Kate Win, yeah, they're all great. Now, it for me, Death Proof is half Grindhouse, half not. Because with the first group
Okay.
of girls, it is that Grindhouse feel, the film, stuff like that. But when we get to the main, Elizabeth Winstead and Rosario Dawson and their friends, that we focused back to a regular cinema style, while Robert Rodriguez stuck to the full Grindhouse effect. He had the schlock, he had missing reels, he had cigarette burns, he kept it fully to the Grindhouse perspective, I think.
Yeah, it was like nonstop, like things were pulsating and being Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, I that's what well, one, I'm a huge zombie fan.
Mhm.
I love all zombie movies. I've watched almost all the zombie movies out there. Like even down
When did you
to
tap out for Walking Dead?
what?
What season did you tap out for Walking Dead?
The second to last season, but that's just because I just haven't had time to finish it.
Okay,
So
that's
yeah,
not
no,
the Rick got picked up by the helicopter.
that
season.
was 2 seasons prior. I think
Okay.
it was.
Yeah, I did
No, I
one
kept
more
going.
episode, and then I was good. But
No, I hit 2020 when they started doing the whole where they were, and you can tell when they were filming, people were like 6 feet apart, and then like the episodes were like they felt so awkward
Mhm.
that I almost tapped out because I was like, I can't. It's just stupid. I get it. They need to work. They want to get back to work, but
Yeah.
you can
there's
tell
like
they're
9
doing
spin-offs now.
it's all the COVID garbage, and I'm like, I got past that, and
Yeah.
then I got into the next season, and then the last 2 seasons I just haven't watched. I just haven't had time to watch. So yeah,
Okay.
I watched all that. Love all of the original, like Night of the Living Dead, all the George A. Romero movies.
Yeah.
Watched them all. I even went deep into like zombie movies, and I watched obviously Zombie.
Mhm.
And I watched. There was another one that was like, it was a Japanese zombie movie, and I
Yes.
literally,
Which one? There's been some really good ones.
I'm trying to think of it because I went out to track down this particular one on DVD.
Was it the one where they're shooting a movie about zombies and it became a zombie movie?
No, but I gotta find that. What is that?
I'll have to look it up for you. I don't remember the exact name. I thought it was like Final Cut or something like that.
No, it wasn't that one.
Oh,
It was
yeah, I'll find it for you.
Isn't that an editing equipment? Final
Yeah.
Cut.
Well,
I
yeah,
used
that's
to
it.
use Final Cut.
Yeah,
It was a really bad. Well, I mean, I can't say it was really bad,
No,
but it
it's
was
just
an
a
editing
throwback.
mistake.
Like
Yeah.
Prince of Persia, it's a throwback.
yeah. So
Oh,
you
God.
said you said you watched Zombie. Did you watch the 3 sequels to it?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I went
Well-
through a lot. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Grave, I think I'm up there with you of all the bad movies that you've seen. I've probably seen them all also, and have gone back to watch them again. And like David will attest to the fact that he'll come into the shack and he'll be like, "What are you watching?" And I'll be like, I don't know, but I'll go right back to watching it.
I saw it once when I was 12 and I wanted to rewatch it again. And then it's some random crap on TV. I hate it every time.
It's, damn, I'm trying to think of the Japanese movie that I.
Yeah,
Night of
there's-
the Living Bread.
No,
yes, love that.
Rubber.
Yeah. So I oppose on the podcast when some are discussing that they should do a second Grindhouse, hands down. I think they should do it every couple of years.
That they
With
should
different
have.
directors, because Tarantino's done after this next movie, right?
Yeah.
He said that 5 movie goes too. So there's.
Okay.
But I mean, maybe with different directors, I really think they should have coordinated all the trailers that were made and then used those as Grindhouse and then made more fake trailers and just
That'd be
kept
cool.
that cycle going.
Yeah, because I would have liked to. I mean, yes, we got Thanksgiving still
Mhm.
from Eli Roth, but I would have liked to seen if he could have pulled off a Grindhouse style Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Whatever
absolutely. And let's face it, Rob Zombie, Grindhouse is his wheelhouse of movies. So how is he not done one?
This is true.
He does 70s exploitation movies. That's all his movies are. It should have been easy money for him.
Yeah, he missed the boat.
Yeah.
Instead, we get the Munsters.
I feel like I was the only one that liked his Halloween. Like I'm not counting it as part of the legacy. I'm just counting it as his Halloween. That's it. But I liked it.
I've seen it and I didn't like it.
Okay.
The question is, did you watch number 2 where Sherry Moon Zombie comes back and there's a magical horse in it?
No.
Okay. So that's where I drop off with the Rob Zombie's Halloween's with number 2. Because when you have dream sequences, magical horses, and Michael Myers talking, there's an issue.
Michael Myers talked in his. Oh no! Through the mask?
No, he doesn't wear the mask in the second one. It's just Tyler Mane.
Yeah, David just made the face that my mind just made. Like what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to spoil the end for it too for you?
I think
Go for it.
there's no spoiling because we're not going to watch it.
Yeah.
Michael Myers kills Dr. Loomis and screams "Die, die, die" while doing it.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's why there's not a Halloween 3 by
man.
Rob Zombie.
Yeah, I'm out.
I need
Interject behind me.
William Shatner's fat face on someone's head.
Seriously,
Have to.
that's the only way I could watch a Halloween movie is with freaking William Shatner on someone's face, on their head.
What?
It's just William
Say it
Shatner. Really, they just have William Shatner in front of the person.
Have you seen the reel where it's Mike Myers driving from the first one? It's like they see me rolling, they hate me.
Yes.
Sometimes the internet is funnier than the fucking movie, man.
I mean, you have to keep in mind, I do have a Michael Myers tattoo right there with a knife right here.
Oh yeah,
Dude. Hey, David, freaking
Armbruster's
Armbruster.
leg. Yeah.
He would love Grave. We have a buddy
Mhm.
who actually has he's a huge horror fan too. And what is it? It's just his whole leg, huh?
Yeah,
From
he's
his
got
knee down?
a leg sleeve from his ankle. I think he's already starting to go up his thigh already too.
And it's all horror. And
Nice.
it's all in color. It's crazy.
Yeah. My leg is sci-fi, so
Oh, nice.
I have a big Luke Skywalker lightsaber. On the back, I do have the Alien and Predator.
Yeah. I got mostly Star Wars on this arm and random on this arm. So yeah.
Nice.
But all right, guys. So Grindhouse, great movie.
Mhm.
Well, for me and Grave, Ash and David are a little bit yeah.
Again, Elizabeth Winstead. I will watch that again for you.
Hey,
I'll let
like I
her
said,
know. I'll give her a
I
call.
didn't
Oh, and
hate
Rosario Dawson.
I didn't hate the movies. I just didn't care for the movies.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say you hate it. I just said you were about it. There we go. That's better. Just wasn't your.
It's not a movie you're gonna throw on.
It's not my style movie.
I mean, I'll throw it on, but
Yeah.
I know he won't.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, so guys, let's end this segment of. It's kind of fun having our guests join in on This Week in Geek History. Normally it's just me and him talking about it, and half the time it's me See, I remember when I saw this in the theater, and he's just like, "Nope,
And then it just ends there. Yeah.
not even born yet." It's like, oh, it's all right.
Yeah.
But
Thanks.
Dude, I'm only
So-
6
And
years
it's funny
young.
because see, I'm doing it again.
No,
I'm more worried about like I'm talking, but I'm like if Graveyard has said something, I'm like, I have a fucking question. Like, my bad.
no, go for it. Talk.
Yeah.
No, just the dichotomy of what I was already saying. That's all. David's quiet though.
I'm quiet this time. It's hard for me to do 2 guests at one time. I never know what to ask.
Say that again.
Having 2 guests at one time is hard for me.
Oh, you said something else. Got it.
No, I know. What you're saying.
I am 12.
But it's one of those things like I'll join in the conversation, but
All right, got you, man.
feel it out as I go.
Yeah, he usually just feels it out under the desk.
Under the desk.
Hands.
Yeah, let me see your hands. Show me your hands.
I'm typing
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
more the
chat.
loud one.
We call this the stranger. Go on.
But no, I mean it's fun having you guys do that with us. Because we did that with David Boer from last week was our guest on the show and he had a lot of fun doing it. I don't know, maybe we can do this more with our guests. This is actually kind of fun because it takes them down nostalgia lane also.
Yeah,
And
man.
I know so
Also, everything that we do is so different that like when would I ever get to do like talk what we talked about with Grindhouse or the B movies with Graveyard, like get to meet Graveyard, like
Yes.
meet David. It's good, man. That's what these are made for.
yeah, I mean it's great to have other podcasts join in with to collaborate this way
Mhm.
because we're talking about 3 different podcasts right here. And then on top of that, you both still have other podcasts that go along with the ones that you're already doing. And everybody gets to find out about the different things that you do, and it's great. Because you guys heard me talking about just like cosplayers, how they didn't want to give me the time.
I have a fucking thing about that, by the way.
Go for it.
I was off camera for this. There was a guy who played Deadshot. Fuck you. And there's a lot. Okay, so for cons, I'm very respectful in that I don't know who's there to be like, hey, I charge $3. Hey, I charge $20. Hey, I whatever. And then there's the people that like us that will show up as Gambit, and we're not charging anything. God damn, thank you so much. Gosh darn, thank you for asking me to take a picture. You know what I mean? Like I did such a good job. So I never know who's that realm. And there was a guy that was Deadshot that I was like, oh my God, you look just like him. Can I take a picture with you? And he went, fine. And I went, oh, never mind, bro. They're good. We're good. And then he became that guy like, no. And I was like, nah, we're good. We're good. Like we are one. We are already against them. And we're now the pop culture of it. But I mean, I got my ass kicked for loving Batman. I fucking still like women still like if they're into it or not into it or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's still a fucking thing.
Yeah.
So if we can't be one at the fucking one place that we are one, fuck you.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid. We're all there for one fucking reason because we are this. Different levels of this, but you're not Kevin Conroy who we're there to see, like to fucking pay money to see. Fucking even I get Punch. That's his like get that extra $100 for shit. I get it, whatever. That's the only reason you're there. Fine, whatever. But there's also people that are here that are just trying to sell their fucking comic book so that we can get here. And they're ignored and they're this and they're that. But for you to show up in a costume and act like you're the star or the actual character, that's fucking ridiculous. I get it. You get so many likes for your ass, great. Or I've got to bone other cosplayers because I actually look like fucking Chris Evans. Cool story, but fuck you because this is the place where we are all fucking one.
Mhm.
We were at something else. I don't know if there's a fucking Fast and Furious thing, whatever. But that's the Fast and Furious thing should be called Buffalo Wild Wings. I'll leave that alone. The Comic-Con, any con, should be the one place where we're allowed to be us.
Mhm.
And in all honesty, we've accepted anime, we've accepted different fucking things that we've included into our fucking world where it's like, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So when somebody shows up in a costume and you charge them and you're not even part of the fucking thing, fuck you, dude. That's fucking ridiculous.
Mhm.
It's as you said, build your Instagram because we're gonna do more for you. There's 3 podcasts right here that if we all went, it's going on Graveyard's fucking Instagram. It's going on Comics Instagram. It's going on your Instagram. And you're getting 3 different fucking points of view and 3 different audiences that just by not being a dick. So Deadshot, not Will Smith, guy, eat a lot of dicks. Unless you're into that, then also eat a lot of shark dicks. Like go watch Open Sea 5 times and then take dicks. Also, real quick, I am doing I'm doing stand-up on March 5th. Oh, May 5th, in Hermosa Beach. That's my name on Instagram. And then I'm doing something that's only 2 drink minimum on May 9th. But that's not what I'm here for. That guy is a fucking dick. And there was a beautiful woman as Captain America that was like, "Oh, honey, it's your first time?" And taking like 8 pictures with me and fucking whatever. It was my first Comic-Con, and I was all like nervous, like it was like I'm actually gonna have sex with you. But like it's not, it wasn't that. It was just more like I don't know, because there's a Gambit that's like fucking Gambit that was there, that was a normal fucking guy. That was like it was like fucking My Chemical Romance Gambit, like fucking Gambit. And I was like, you're spot on with the black and the purple with the eyes. And I was like, you went, but he was the most humble motherfucker there. And then you have the guy that just puts on a fucking suit and goes like, "Hey, so $10 to take a picture with me." So yeah, that kind of shit. What you brought up was like all like I was an altar boy. Like it brought up like that one time, that motherfucker, that guy. Yeah. Also, respect to religion.
It's funny though, because me and Eugene were just having a conversation a couple months back about how these guys are like, "Oh, dude, I'm not making movies no more, but it's $20 a picture, it's $10 a picture, whatever." And I didn't think about it because I was very taken back by it the first time I went to a con, and I want to say it was Walter Jones, the Black Ranger. He's like, "Sorry, dude, it's $20 for a picture." And I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, and I had my kids with me. I was spending money on them. I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't want to spend money that I have on me. I brought it for the kids." And he goes, "I get that." He goes, "But I'm working. This is work for me." Yeah. And I was like, I never thought about it that way. You know what I mean? So it's different for them. That's how they're still making a buck. But the cosplayers on the floor, fuck those guys.
Yeah.
There was a line for Kevin Conroy, and he, as you can imagine, long ass fucking line. And I was like, I just want a picture. It doesn't fucking whatever. So Esteban took a picture of me, and Kevin Conroy's winking at the fucking picture, even though there's a line that's like $60 a picture or whatever. Like, there's still those motherfuckers out there that are just like, I get it. I'm so sorry. Fuck, I can't think of his name. Carries the black saber, was the main bad guy of fucking Mandalorian.
Oh,
Moss Gideon, Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. He was very like pay for everything. And then there was Jean Leguizamo that was very like, when I was 5, I wouldn't have done any, like, just story after story after story. And like, you're taking your picture, Eugene, and it's like, we're still taking 8 pictures. David's waiting in line, but he's keeping everybody's intention. Like, we don't know that we're in the line for 3 hours because he's telling a fucking story with everything that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And like, hey, so in John Wick, and he was like, John Wick was awesome. And he's just taking a picture, like, and then John Wick, blah, blah, blah. And then Keanu fucking farted on stage. Like, it was like, you know what I mean? Like, it takes your mind off of, we're actually waiting in line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was amazing.
Well, that's
And,
how
sorry.
Sam J. Jones, Flash Gordon, the original Flash Gordon.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That
see
dude is so like. I walked up to him, and this was at Pasadena Con, and I was there to do media. And I was like, hey, you know what? I just want to do a quick interview. He's like, I got all these people, but he's like, how about this? I'll give you 2 questions you can ask me. But let me just finish up these guys. And I was like, yeah, no problem. Stood off to the side, and he's talking to each person and talking and like getting to know his fans.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So cool with them. And then like they were gone. And even one lady that she had a full-on Sam Jones dress, like pictures on it.
Wow.
A little crazy. But
Damn.
he was all like, oh my God, Marie. He's all like, I love your dress. And he remembers her from like other cons. And then he turned around to me finally and he's like, all right, so let's do this. And we got, we started talking and stuff, and he gave some great, and it wasn't like, I'll give you 2 questions and they're going to be yes or no. He gave us a whole, like, I think it ended up being like a good close to 10 minutes talk. And when we were done, I was like, you know what, Sam, thank you so much for the time. And he's all like, hey, anytime for a fellow veteran. It was great talking to you. And, I was like, all right, cool. And then I took off. Awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever, freaking, yeah. Johnny Rico. $60 for a selfie. $60 for a selfie.
Wow.
Name the last thing he was in, though. He needs that $60.
Starship Troopers.
Dina Meyer.
3.
Exactly.
There's
I think there's a Starship Troopers too, no?
3. Yeah. He was in the 3rd one. He came back. Yeah.
And he was in the anime.
So, have you guys heard of Dinner with Kevin Smith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Got to go to that. And he was like, nice to meet you. And I was like, I actually met you at your Jay and Silent Bob. And then I told the story that I just told you guys. Like, and he was like, it's the way they fucking treat you. You're here and they treat you like you're on their couch.
Mm-hmm.
Like us today. Graveyard and I are your guests, but like we probably talked more than you guys. But you treat us so like
Yes.
like we're
friends.
We're like in this.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was fucking amazing. It was like just to be able to talk to him, and it was like he even did this to the fucking person that to do the whole like we got like 85 people. Like he was just like that. Like I'm listening to a fucking story, dude. Like he's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I would like to see one of his Hollywood Babylons though, because I feel like we get to meet him at the bar after, or I don't know. I feel like there's something there.
Yeah, and it just reminds me of what the con I just did 2 weekends ago that I was part of, and then they got to hear the fun story that before the show started. Was I was talking to people there. I had media pass. I didn't really talk too much. I got a couple of pictures and autographs, and I was talking to other people like, hey, it's also $50 for my autograph for someone that did Children of the Corn 40 years ago and they have done nothing since.
Children of the Corn. I'm going to add that. Sorry.
Yeah, and then it's the same price as Doug Bradley, Heather Langenkamp, Malcolm McDowell, I go, okay, that's one thing. But I was talking to all the vendors and the short story writers, the movie directors, the comic book writers stuff too. And I'm just talking to them. I'm like, hey, I have my card. I'm like, I'd love to have you on the show. Like, that's great. Take this for free. I go, no, I'm going to buy your work, your art, and to promote you. I'm not going to take anything for free. And they wanted to do that, which is cool. But I said, I can't accept anything free. I will buy this from you. Just to help promote them.
We took free stuff at LA Comic Con, especially from the Roosevelts.
Oh,
that's only because I had the industry badge. I was like, industry. Like, what's
Bro,
up?
they were trying to give us more stuff, but it was stuff we didn't want.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we'll come back around. But I was going back to like how cool some of these guys can be. I remember a couple years back, my son, actually, you met Micah. He was at the con with us, and him and his homie are standing in line. They're like 12 at the time. And there's this huge freaking line, like wrapped around the corner, 100 people in this line. And his little friend is sitting there and he's like, oh, dude, we got to get in that line. I wish we could see Fluffy. We need to see Fluffy. And my son's like, who the hell is Fluffy? Well, he's within earshot, and Gabriel Iglesias turns around. He's all like, come on, bro, me, I'm Fluffy. And my son's like, oh, and he's all, and he waves at him, and like it was so cool. Like he just chilled, and then he like waved at my son, sent him on his way and stuff like that. But I was like, dude, so down to earth.
And he's a wrestling fan.
Yeah. But yeah, he was just so down to earth, so chill. Like, you know what I mean?
But those are so far and few between, which kind of sucks. When you think, and it's always the same thing when they say you don't meet your hero. Sometimes you do, and you get lucky. Like, I've been wanting to meet Sam J. Jones for a long time, and I finally got to meet him, and he was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking Johnny Rico, which I was like, we just watched Starship Troopers not too long ago. I wanted to go up and tell him how much we like the movie, and especially the shower scene, but wouldn't give me the time of day.
It's because he's an officer, bro.
Oh, that's true. But we're infantry.
Flight and infantry don't mix. We saw that in the movie.
That's true.
I will. Okay, so I have Slash, I have Velvet Revolver, and I have Guns N' Roses. His book came out, and it was a chance. Like, if you bought a guitar, he'll sign it. And I said no because I feel like I would be like, and I was like, no, I can't. It has to be like one of those whatever stupid fucking, like, I have to. I don't know. He's like an icon to me, much like the fucking Brandon Lee. But like, yeah, the legacy of Slash got to thankfully be longer than Brandon Lee. But that sounded bad. But you know what I mean. At least one of my heroes got to be like live on. Right. So I honestly like if we said Phil 3 times and Slash is behind Phil, I'd be like, so it's the spaghetti incident. Like, it would just be fucking stupid. I would be Chris Farley when he interviews anybody on SNL. You remember the Beatles?
That was
awesome.
That was me when I met Kevin Eastman, because I draw a lot. And Ninja Turtles is the one thing I draw all the freaking time. Nice. I don't know what to draw. I draw Ninja Turtles, right? And I was living in San Diego. San Diego Comic-Con was happening, and Kevin Eastman went to the IDW Publishing Center to do a signing. And I was like, I got to go stand in this line. I got to get something signed. So I stand in line. My wife goes, buys me some stuff so I can get it signed right there on the front, because I didn't have anything on me. And I pull up to the front, and he's like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? And I was all. And she's like, she hits me on the side, like, you going to say something? You're going to talk? And she's like, oh, he draws. And then he starts talking to me like, oh, what do you draw? Is that your book under your arm? Let me see that. And he yanks it out of my hand. He starts going through my drawings and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool shit. And then after that, I started talking, but I was just sitting there just like,
yeah.
And my wife's like, if
it wasn't for them two, that could have been bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, it was really cool. He was chill. Everybody on the panel that was there signing was super cool. They were all like, "Oh, dude, let me sign your book. Let me put my name next to your drawings and stuff like that." So it was really cool, man.
Yeah.
But
we go-
the best part was him telling me that he was like, your Ninja Turtles are so original. I freaking love them, dude. He's all,
Oh
those are-
shit!
those are cool Ninja
That's a
Turtles. And I was
fucking
like,
nod. That's
like-
awesome.
But we now go back to what we originally started with, which was cosplayers and those
Fuck 'em.
guys.
Mad respect to them. I love the amount of fucking work that you fucking do to do that. It's, but again, we are all one. We're all here to nerd out. Like, just we're the people that have made it. Like Zachary Levi, my friend's wife. We waited like an hour and a half. She took a picture with him. And they're like, "You guys waited? You guys waited with her?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, what? I mean, fuck. What else were we gonna do? And they're like, "Get in here." And we took like 8 fucking pictures with Zachary Levi, even though we didn't pay for it. You know what I mean? Like, just be fucking cool. Like, it's. I feel like a lot of people feel like they need to prove to you that I made it because I'm making you pay for it or I'm making you feel like shit. And it's like, I don't know who you are. I get that you have
85, bro. Come on.
I get that you have 25,000 likes. I get it. I fucking mad appreciate it. Your TikTok's blowing up. I don't know who you are because I'm old as fuck. But I mean, I'm just seeing you dressed as fucking Rogue and you have the OG fucking ass. Please take a picture with me. You know what I mean? That's all.
Well, you know, the funny thing that you mentioned Rogue. So there was a group of 3 that it was a Wolverine, a Cyclops, and a Rogue that I walked up to him and I'm like, "Hey, can I take a picture of you guys?" And they were like, yeah, go for it. Wolverine dude, he was kind of a bigger dude, but he was trying, he was working it. He still had the claws and everything. He got into his pose. And then the Cyclops guy again also had the bonsai and everything, but he was like, yeah. And then the Rogue girl, she great, costume and everything. She was awesome. And all 3 of them posed for me. And I took a picture of them and I was like, awesome. And I posted it up and Rogue commented back and she's like, "Oh my God, thank you." I said, "No, thank you for
that's awesome
allowing me to do that, to take a picture of you." And now we're talking and I'm like, "Hey, come on our show to talk about your cosplay." Because she has like a bunch of cosplays on her Instagram and she's like, "I don't know." But I'm like, come on, we see those are the ones we want to come on the show because we want to promote that. And we want to promote the work that you do, the things that you're doing. Then there was another group that was dressed up.
Helping them helps you, helps every.
Yeah,
it's all fucking. This is what we fucking do. Yeah. It's what we're doing now.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. But then there was another group, and I was telling David that I walked up to him, and it was the ones that I think I had said earlier, where guy with the camera, and he's all like action, and he's like filming them, and they're like, I'm so hot, and it's like, do you even know who you guys are? Because I walked up to him, hey, can I get just a group shot? And girls all like, you know what? Wait up, because we're gonna be doing this, and it's like, you know what? All right, that's cool. You guys do what you're gonna do. I'm gonna go because I don't need you guys.
It gets a little awkward with the Deadpool ones because, like, Jesus Christ, no pun intended, no blasphemy. But like, some of them are like Deadpool's like grabbing ass and tits or whatever, and then, granted, he gets his at the end, but you have to have that discussion of like, so I'm Deadpool and I'm going to be a perv. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be like a bestie or a something, but like nothing's being said of like my finger's going to go a little bit up your asshole. Like, you have to fucking talk. Like, it's just weird. Like, my favorite one was like
love.
when Deadpool does something and then he runs away, and like that era of cosplay was fucking hilarious. But like, some of them are just like, they have to be like, this year I'm going to be Deadpool and I'm going to do some shit. Like, it has to be that, because outside looking in, it just looks bad.
Well, I heard
there's this uni pool that we know that does that, just puts them right up there.
Yeah.
Take that freaking unicorn's
Just
horn.
type the number or the at right there.
No,
He was in the IG chat. You guys said his name 3 times. He was in the
I was totally kidding.
actually,
Sorry.
you know what?
Eugene's like, this is the last time we do this.
No, but there was somebody, I forgot who I was talking to, who was a cosplayer. There was a
Yeah.
female, and she says that it really sucks that there are guys out there that will take advantage and do
I
things.
would imagine.
And she's like, yeah, it got to the point where she would just not want to take pictures with any guys because it's like, no. If you want to take a picture, we can stand next to me, but don't touch me or anything like that.
I do the
So-
Keanu Reeves. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the little
But just that
I'm not
from a
you.
distance.
Yeah.
Yep. But it's not all cosplayers. So if there's anybody in here, any people that are watching us thinking that we hate on all cosplayers, no, we
No,
don't.
not at all.
Because the ones that bug me is when you go into the con and they've got their own booth and they're charging you right there. And it's like, I don't even know who you are. I'm looking at your book and yeah, you got some great cosplay, but I don't want an autographed picture. I don't.
Makes no
I'm not gonna
sense.
pay you.
Yeah.
Give me your
Again,
at.
it's one of those you probably sorry, David, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good, man.
No, you probably have 25 million likes and or followers or whatever, and now you get a booth. Where again, it's the people that are fucking working, like all three of us could have booths that like will blow you up even fucking more because all we want to do is you help us help you.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's it. It's not like I don't know who you are, bro. I'm not gonna pay $60. I have no idea. But I look exactly like Craven. The Craven movie's not even out yet. Eat a dick. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I get that you look like Aaron Taylor Thomas. No, whatever the fuck his name is. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, and then you're gaining the money on the people who do know, and then you're mad that that 25 people are done because those other people need to spend money or they're in Nebraska or they're whatever. You know what I mean? And it's like you need to be the other guy. You need to be the Flash Gordon. You need to be the fucking John Leguizamo. You know what I mean? You need to be the other guy. Because John Leguizamo probably could have gotten fucking $60 out of me, but fucking Giancarlo's, who I respect a little bit more, and now I take that back because he was in Violator and he was fucking on that little fucking thing for fucking 14 hours a day. So I'll take that back. But, and also in fucking Romeo and Juliet, my respect. But anyway, moving on. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Mandalorian. He was in the Mandalorian, wasn't he?
If I'm here, yeah. Oh, he was in John Wick too. Like, that's John Wick's car. Like, damn, you're in John Wick too? Like, John Leguizamo's fucking the shit, man. Anyway, moving on. Just treat people like they're fucking people, not money. That's all.
Exactly.
That's all. It's fucking stupid. Again, we're all here. We get that I haven't been a movie since '86, and that's your fucking cash cow. But on Clerks, the girl that plays fuck, the main person, not Duncan, Donovan,
Dante.
I'm losing my
Dante?
word.
Dante.
Veronica? Whatever.
Yeah.
She did a interview with us, and she had 27 movies, and I only know her from Clerks. But we only asked her stuff from Clerks, and it wasn't disrespectful. She didn't take it. It wasn't disrespectful. She took it like, I know what you know me from. Let's do this. And it was a half hour of that, even though she was promoting something else. And it was the sweetest, nicest thing. And that will stay with me forever. And also fucking, so will fucking Will Smith guy, like, was a dick. You know?
Yep.
Kevin Conroy. Fucking else. But those are your experiences, like, Jesus, like a life experience, man. Like, you can create that by not being a dick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, so with that, on that note,
It's always me. I'm so sorry.
no.
Esteban's more quiet if you want that.
I thought we were gonna go like half an hour. I even told David, I was all like, hour and a half. We should be good. I'm like, we got 2 hours, which, you know what? It's fine because this has been great having both you guys on and
Yes.
just talking about all that we've gone through. And again, it's promoting each other and helping each other out with your podcast. Now, all 10 people that watch us know who both you guys are probably going to go and check out your podcast, and, you know, vice versa, you know, with us. And it was great. It was great having you guys on. So we're going to let you go, you know, before it gets any later.
Eugene, do a corner. Graveyard. The corner's on Monday. That's my name on Instagram. Next week is Exorcist. I will do a B movie and be on your shit, but I won't do Conjuring. Like, if it's a legit thing, then I'm out. But if it's a B movie, I'm in.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So let's go with who's underneath David, which is Grave. Tell us where we can find you guys.
Yes, you can find me at all social media at Pod Out at Night. Make sure to hit me up, and that we post all our new stuff. We do our episodes. Our YouTube channel is Pod Out at Night, and we do Conversations in the Void. And you can find our podcast on Comic-Con Radio for the first week of release, and after that, it's on all Spotify and all podcasts as well. Yeah, and of course, you see me.
It took you 1 week to leave. Okay,
I know. But you'll see me on another podcast, Distance Nerding, on Thursdays.
Got it.
With Young Phil, where he interviews people in the comic book world and all that stuff too. So, yeah, check it out.
Cool. And then Ash, again.
That is my name on Instagram. We're also, if you look up Comics Podcast, we're on Instagram. But I kind of promote for everything that we do. So also, if you want to see stand-up comedy and you're in California, you want to follow Mobstash. I want to say also thank you to David and mad respect to Eugene and Graveyard for just letting me fucking rant. And this is these are my the shows that I fucking do this. If you want, like, oh, our show's gonna be a half hour, let's annoy David, like, and go an extra half hour. You got me.
Nah, man, I never get annoyed.
You know I love you, man. I'm just kidding.
All right, guys. So we're gonna let you guys go right now, and if you guys want to hold on, and then we'll talk a little bit more. But we're gonna close out our show, so we're gonna pull you guys off the screen, and we'll be right back with you.
Awesome. Thank you for having me on.
Yep.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank
guys.
you, the viewers.
All right, man. That was fun.
That was fun. Ash can come back anytime.
Yeah. And you know, that dead shot out there, if you're listening. Yeah. We can see our green room in Ash. But guys, it's been great having everybody on, and also all the comments we've had both on Instagram and over here on our side from YouTube, Twitch, from Facebook, all those great places where we get to see everyone else. But this is it for us for tonight. Again, we'll be back on next week, Wednesday at 7:30. It'll be me and David, unless we get another guest to come on. But also, this weekend, shoot, how can I forget? This weekend, guys, Gem State Con is going on Saturday, Sunday, out in Boise, Idaho at the Boise Expo. That's where I'm going to be, along with Young Phil. And we're out there. We're going to be, I think it was Frey that's going to be out there also from the Distance Nerding Show. And we're going to all be there talking it up with, dude, I cannot wait to meet Sean Astin.
Hopefully you meet him this time. We'll see.
I hope so. I don't care if it's just in the distance being like, hey, so I mean, this time at least I could do that. Last time I couldn't even do that. But there's a lot of great guests that are going to be going there, and we're going to be live streaming the whole weekend.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited about that. So I'll be out there with the multiple cameras on the panel. So whenever there's a panel going on, we'll be filming that, and then we'll flip to walking around the event, filming different cosplayers if they're cool about it, and then talking to a bunch of vendors. So it'll be a really fun weekend. I get to meet Ming Cheng too. Gonna hang out with him on Saturday. So
Oh yeah.
some cool stuff. But with that, David, Senor, why don't you take us out?
Yep. I mean, as always, it's been a pleasure. Thank you to Mustache Graveyard. You guys have been great. It was good having you guys on. You can find us always at the Geek Saga on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, the Geek Saga 20 at gmail.com, thegeeksaga.com. And then join us next week, Wednesday, 7:30-ish, where the saga continues.
Really
new
quick,
gear.
check out the shirt.
Sure. You made that one, right?
I made this shirt. This is my latest one. You guys want this one? DM $20. It's DM us, hit us up, let us know your size. But I made this shirt along with Riot Creations. They're who does all our shirts. But sorry, I should have said that before you said the last thing. But go ahead, say it one more time. What's
That's
gonna
next week
happen?
when the saga continues, man.